Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day or night so far. I'm going to see what is the channeled message from your desired person is in this reading, and I'm going to use this deck. So let's see what is significant other your desired person SB wants to tell you right now. Okay, I think we have enough cards. Okay, and this is on the top of the deck. Not today. Okay. Let's look at the energies. Can you behave? Okay. Yes. Also, I'm channeling a song. I think it's like it's kind of famous right now. It's I make it so easy to fall in love with me. I don't know. Look at the lyrics. I don't know. It just started to play in my mind as I am like arranging the cards, feeling at it. Okay, this works much better. Okay, there might be some messages, or there might be some independent messages apart from this reading for you guys in that song. Okay. I feel like you are like angry at this person. Um, and this again feels like a relationship that is a bit messy and complicated. And I also feel like this is coming through, so I'm going to say it. Feel like for a very small part of this collective, you guys have been in a forced no contact situation. It's like there wasn't some sort of breakup or falling out or losing interest. It's like a forced no contact situation, in the sense that it's a game of chicken. You and this person is both testing each other. It's like testing each other, like who gives in first and reaches out. Because I feel like intense feelings from both of your sides. And also, I think why that song was coming to me was I feel like it was very easy for both of you guys to have fallen for each other. uh, or they have made it easy, or they have made it look like that it was easy, you know, that they were falling for you. They have made it very easy. And like, how do I phrase it, like it was like they didn't show the depth of their connection. They didn't show the depth of their feelings. It could be like a very shy person, and but they don't come across as shy. Like, they if you met them doing their day-to-day things, and if you like watch them interact with other people, uh in a work setting, in a school setting or whatever, they would come across as very light, bright, like a social butterfly, like a bee that buzzes and goes from one place to another. You'll see them reconnecting with other people. But here but like here, like on here, from what I'm seeing, like on on their inside, like in their internal world, at their core, they're like a shy person. And that's why I didn't like show you the depth of their feelings for you. And that definitely like made you mad, because I'm seeing not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. So I feel like it might be both of you in a way. It's like standoffish, and sometimes like some people are just standoffish when, especially if the relationship is in the talking stages. Like it didn't really become a fully formed relationship. And like a relationship can be a relationship in different ways. Some relationships are like super committed, like super, they are very in. They are down to do anything for you. They are the person who will like wake up and make your coffee and then put it in a tumbler and put it on your bedside so it stays warm till you get up, like that sort of sincerity. And there are other relationships where you are dating, you guys have an emotional connection, but they feel okay with pursuing other people, like having different talking stages with different people and doing stuff with other people, if that makes any sense. So I guess that's not the case here, though. Even though I said all of that, I don't think that's the case here. I feel like it's just that there are like really heavy feelings on both sides. It's like they know that you're stable and you know that they're stable too, but both of you don't want to break this weird thing that's going on between you. It's like, I'm not going to break. I'll see who breaks first. And they are like this to you, and you're like this to them as well. Like it's very standoffish. I'm getting very heavy Scorpio energy, honestly. Someone who is like double or triple Scorpio. It might, maybe, I don't know. If I'm thinking that, maybe it could be one or both of your signs, or maybe there might be some Scorpio placement, but that's the energy. It doesn't matter if you guys have different signs or whatever, but that's the energy I'm feeling. It's like very standoffish, even though there are like real feelings involved, like really depth, like an emotional depth of a connection. I don't know how to say that. So it's like a really deep connection on both places. It's like if you guys together, it will be very secure. It will be the kind of relationship that I talked about. Like, waking up before the other person to make the coffee and putting it in a tumbler so that the other person can wake up and drink that coffee and go on about their day. Like doing little thoughtful things to, make their day better. But both of you are in that space where, you know what, I let the other person do this. And I'm also getting some projected trauma from past relationships as well. Like they have dated a very similar person like you in their past, which like reminded them of all the hurt that they have been through. Or it might be like they dated like someone like you, but it's like, very similar personalities, very similar. I'm also getting astrological placements, like very similar, so similar that it has like triggered some bad memories of their past. Or it could be you too, like they might have been someone that reminds you of an ex, but it's like in a good way, like they remind you of all the good things your ex did. But because you've been through that relationship, you have learned your lessons, that there's a possibility of me like really getting hurt. So you're in a standoff. I'm also seeing like two of pentacles, like in my head, in my vision. So it literally feels like that's the card for standoffishness, even though they have things going on, even though they have like life, work, responsibilities, and also love and affection. They're like just juggling it right now, but they're not letting they're not ready to let go. They're not ready to let go of this phase. I hope I'm like, I hope like I could explain that well. And this is why like this was on the bottom of the deck. It's like this is something that you guys both feel. It's like, you both are avoiding a conversation because of your past interaction or conversation or whatever roadblock that you have both ran into. You're both like, no, I'm not the one who's going to break the silence. And it might be like you both are sitting in your boundaries. It's like, it has become a game of silent treatment, but neither of you intended it to be that. Both of you were like, okay, but if he really cares, or if she really cares, or if they really care about me, whatever is going on, like, if they really cared about me, they would come and, talk to me. They would try to, smoothen the relationship. But it's like none of you guys are doing that. None of you guys are taking the initiative to do just that. That's why this is the real thing. This is I won't say like the real thing. I think everything is true, but it's like this is the core of why they're behaving the way that they are behaving right now. And it's very interesting because I don't know, I just saw it like very, it became like really apparent to me sometimes. Okay, I don't know why there's a light flutter. I think spirit is affirming it. It never happens. It's happening here, so there might be something. uh okay, can you calm down? Can you calm down? Can you calm down? Okay, it's not going to go away. I don't know. Let's please bear with it. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. They are also thinking about you, like they're reminiscing the past right now. And it's like their favorite memory. It's like a keepsake, it's like in your head there's a vault where you place, and you also compartmentalize different things, different relationships, different feelings. It's like that's what they do with you. I mean, this is like very spooky. This never happens. Why is this happening? Why am I seeing light blur? And it's not going away either. It's a bit distracting. Anyway, so yeah, it's like they have compartmentalized everything that they've felt so far for you, and they're like, you know, they go back and they unearth that from their attic, from their vault, and they're like, oh, okay, this memory, yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I'm going to live it. And when they are like done with it, they put it back. It's like that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm seeing like a big chest, things that you will hide up in your attic with, old scrapbooks, old sketchbooks, like drawing and painting. I'm seeing storybooks. I'm seeing games. I'm seeing checkers. I'm seeing Legos, like things from your past that you like keep it to close to your chest. But it's not like, you don't take those out. You don't take those things out to add them to your life. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you put it back because it doesn't really fit with your current reality or your current phase of life. You might like take out those Legos because those were the Legos that your mom got you, and you might play with them for a while because it brings you back to being 8-year old or 9-year old or like 12 or something. And then when you have relieve you relive sorry when you relive that memory. I'm also like tripping over my words. I feel like the energy is too much in this reading again. Like my nose has started to itch. There's a light flutter. I'm tripping. Um, I need to, I think, channel less. I think it's like to. I feel like this is very emotionally charged for both of you. So because I know that this is not my energy, this is why I feel like, they relive that. They will relive that, and then they will put it back. They will compartmentalize, and they will go back to whatever they're doing, whatever situation they're in. They're like, okay, yeah, this was something that I feel, but I can't really act on it now because this doesn't really fit this time frame, and they put it back. It's like very logical. Also, I'm getting like earth signs. They might be a Capricorn or a Leo or a Taurus. They might be an earth sign as well. Like I'm getting someone who's like very balanced. I'm also seeing like green, orange, brown, like really earth colors as well. And also like, since I'm channeling their energy, I feel like they're very logical to a fault, like to a point that is hurtful to the people around them. Like they think things like very logically, they weigh their options also, like why, that's why I saw two of pentacles, like they're weighing the pros and cons, the pros and cons. And sometimes it becomes like a game where they are not reaching the conclusion because they are just hanging in this weird space where they're like juggling things, like juggling non-stop, because they cannot reach to a conclusive answer because they're just thinking, they're too much in their head, or their mind is like running in circles and circles, but they're not reaching an answer. Yeah, it's also very interesting because like two cards here are about, them running away from the relationship, um and ending things because they need to like leave this present cycle so they can come back refreshed, so they can try again with you. And then I'm seeing this seduction card where it's literally about like, flirting, dating, hooking up or whatever, like, but it's not like hooking up. It will be like a renewed energy, a refreshed energy. They want to take you out on dates, they want to flirt with you again. That's what I'm getting. um let's ask. I also have made my own Lenormand deck, so, and I feel very connected because this like gives me like really really accurate answers. I'm going to just, you know shuffle this and see what. Okay, interesting. I'm going to take that card. Um, going to ask. mm, I want more clarity. Just give us more clarity. Okay, since I saw fox first, I'm going to get bear, fox, stars. I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong at all. And also like clover is on the bottom, or I should say top of the deck, because yeah, it was literally on the bottom. So I wasn't wrong. Like he, why did I say a he? I don't know. I think they might have more masculine energy than you. I feel like whoever this person is, they are very methodical, and the fox literally represents that. It represents someone who is very careful, very logical. And if we break down these cards independently, I see that they are also like a very rational person, like I said, because this bear card is a card of stability. It represents someone who's stable, who thinks long term, who's thinking about like building a life, white picket fence dream with you, like, living in the suburbs, having a family, having few babies, things like that, having animals, farm, etc. Like they're thinking about farming. I'm getting farming as well. So it feels like this is someone who believes in a long term goal. Like they're looking for something very long term, but they are also very logical about it. They are very logical about it. They are thinking about like, how can they accomplish this. They're not thinking that, okay, I want to be in this very, you know pretentious or in a very casual situation, even though they might have said that. But this is like their real energy, because I asked for clarification because I got seduction. I was just trying to, clarify, because this card also had a third party interference, but none of these cards are showing me that. Instead, I'm getting like, someone who is thinking about a very long term future, who who think about like I'm getting joint bank accounts, investment accounts, someone who wants to invest, like That's the keyword. They want to invest in this. They want to invest in a future with you. And they're going to be very logical and methodical about it. Like they are the kind of people who will think before taking the next step with you. They will think to oblivion, because that's what I was getting here with the, you know, camera, the not today, and there's stars at the end, which when I read these cards together, I get the sense that they're still hopeful for a reconciliation. They're thinking about, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Doesn't matter like what's happening, or what has happened so far, but they are really really hopeful that you guys will get back together. And also, like, I saw Clover. This was on the bottom of the deck, which also shows me that there's an opportunity. There will be an opportunity. There will be a golden opportunity, like a window of opportunity, where there will be luck. There will be a small window of luck which will bring forth more clarity in the situation. And also, for some people, dates with this person, maybe confession of feelings. So yeah, let's see if I'm going to put my deck here, and I'm going to ask if there will be more confessions of love between the both of you guys. Let's see. There be a confession of love. Confession of love. Okay. Will there be a confession of love? Will there be a confession of love? Will there be a confession of love? Okay. Yeah. Yes. 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 I wasn't wrong. I was a little scared because, the separation card came out, but I didn't read separation first. I read missing you, thinking about you. So I asked another, you know, and the answer was lightning. And I asked for more clarification. I asked for, like, why is this happening? So it might be that you might have chased them in this relationship, because I cut the deck accidentally. Um, and I saw this. I saw this. And I hope you have seen the card. Okay, I hope you can see it now. So it could be like you might have had you might have you don't it's not in the past tense, it's still there. You might have an habit of clinging on to people, like when they were leaving, or when they were like giving you a hard time, your abandonment issues flared up. The hell. Okay. Oh my god. I the card fell down and I'm seeing twin flames. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to say. I don't believe in twin flames. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I don't know why. Whenever I've seen like twin flame things, I'll be honest. I know I'm supposed to act like, I I believe in twin flames and stuff, but whenever I've seen that, I've seen a very unhealthy dynamic in people who were talking about their person as a twin flame. And I think it's for me, twin flames are things that are more like karmic in nature. Karmic in the sense that they are coming into your life to teach you something, like deeply, like big lessons in life, big lessons in love. And they are actually priming you to meet your person at the end of the journey, like the real person that you're gonna end up with. Because Since twin flames are people who mirror you and reflect you so deeply, it's not healthy to be with them long term because they are a bit too triggering for you. But this came out, so but here, if I just go by the cards, it says balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Maybe this is something that I will say that, huh? I will say something that, yeah, they might be the person who you end up with. Not all twin flames have to end up in a bad toxic cycle, or maybe that's just my interpretation, like what I've seen so far. But maybe you could have had, could have different outcomes, and not everything needs to be be based on not everything has to be based on someone's perception, because outcomes matter, nothing else matters. Uh feelings, etc., when it's not backed by action, it doesn't matter a lot. Outcome matters. And here, if you guys get together, there will be more balance. There will be duality, but this card is also speaking about balance and yin and yang. Maybe it would be like that you guys both are a piece of a puzzle. I'm seeing more like, that beautiful vase that breaks, and you put it back and there's like golden lines. I don't know what to call it. It's like some Japanese art technique to put back pieces of beautiful china. Sorry, that's my hair. But yeah, I feel like that would what your union would be like. It won't be like very perfect. It huh okay, okay, I said that. Now I'm channeling something else. I'm getting that it won't be perfect in the sense that there will be some delays and blockages, because you guys will be very similar, because the card is literally twin flames, yin and yang, zen, balance, complementing each other. There will be some blockages, there will be difficulty, because you guys are mirroring each other too much, and it might trigger you a little bit. You're going to have a bit of a hard time trying to gel up with this person, adapt to them. But at the end of the day, when you guys will be together, it will be like two perfect people, you know being together, like in that Japanese art form way. It will be like beautiful. People will compliment you guys. It's like you go into someone's house and you look at that beautiful china, and it's like it's different. You won't think that that would be something that people will treasure, in the sense that it's something that you would see, think that it doesn't belong, but it does. Like, it does so beautifully that it catches everyone attention. And I'm also seeing people, like, as I'm saying that, I saw like people of different ethnicities being together. It will be like, huh, I didn't think like this will work out, like this will work out with this person, but it does. And it's like, and anyone would come into your home and they will look at both of you together, like the way you interact, the way you speak, the way you hold each other's gaze. Like, I'm getting like a very wholesome, romantic esque relationship. And people will compliment you guys. They'll be like, who would have thought, like that kind of thing. And I'm also seeing like some jealous person saying that as well, like a long, I would say long, what I'm saying, like long distance aunt. I don't know, someone who's there in your family occasions, parties, but they are not really in a close relationship. Like, I don't know how to say that. Like, it could be like third, second, or sixth cousin or something, like who's far off in the family tree or something, and they will say, who would have thought, like a bit sarcastically, but everybody else would be like, but they work so well together, they found each other, and they're just like genuinely happy for each other. Other people will be very happy for you too, because looking at you guys, they will think that, love is possible. You guys will give them that inspiration. That's what I'm seeing, so I'm telling you, because literally the twin flames came in. And this also tells me that it will be intense. That's why, hence the blockages. Like, it will be an intense connection. It won't be like an everyday thing. It will also feel like, I'm also getting like something very specific. I'm getting that someone is dating their person, or their partner, or their boyfriend, girlfriend, etc., like whoever they are, for few years, and then they break up with them, and then they meet this person, and they feel way more with them in like a week or 10 days, that it literally blows their minds off. And they're like, but even when I was in this steady, relationship with my ex, I didn't feel this much, but how come I can feel this much with you in 15 days? Like, I'm seeing something that will leave a psychological imprint in your mind, and you would try to like forget them. I'm also seeing someone who's trying to like break up. I'm literally seeing a K drama that I saw, which had this very similar dynamic. Like, someone who was trying to break up with this person, they did that literally for the whole series. They were trying to break up constantly, but they were just not able to. Like, they had so much feelings and respect for the other person that they couldn't decouple. And that's why here the card says coupling. So yeah, that's going to be the vibe. That seems to be the vibe here. Also, like, when I'm turning it this way, there's the dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adopt, change, heal. I feel like there will be a lot of healing in this connection as well. Maybe I should start believing in twin flames, because I think it's possible. Because of the energy that I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling like really white healing energy in my chest. So I know that even though there will be blockages, the overall feeling will be really light, and something that just feels light. I'm seeing like people saying, when that sort of thing. And it will be like, you guys are getting married, having that like red car which says just married, and driving off in the sunset. I'm literally seeing scenes from One Tree Hill, where Peyton and what was his name? Chad? Not Chad. Chad Michael Murray? I don't know what. Lucas, yeah. Peyton and Lucas are like driving into the sunset. It says just married, and it's like, when and yeah, it would be something like that. Like, you would probably jokingly post something on social media, and you would say something like, when sort of thing. And the light will be there. I'm also seeing that, like, there will be lightness as well. There will be dark moments, but there will be a lot of light in this relationship. It will be something that lights you up from the inside. I'm also seeing like people being happy, spending good times together, even being in the same room doing their hobbies together, not speaking, but also like communicating through eyes, doing things together that brings them a lot of joy. I'm seeing like a really peaceful home. I'm also seeing like houses in the woods area, where there's not a lot of people around. So it will have that like very cozy, like very warmth. Will be like very warm. And when it's like good, you will be like, oh, it's so good. Like, I've never felt this way before, sort of feeling. So yeah, I think there will be a lot of light in this relationship as well. And also, this card talks about things coming to light. So whatever is holding this person back, like whatever they're holding back on right now, because I feel like they are a bit closed off. Yeah, And again, I picked up the deck, cards fall out. I don't know what's happening in this reading. Nothing is going to plan. The lights are still flickering. I don't know why. And it's not my light. It's my phone that's doing that. It's I don't know why. I've never seen this before, and I've never seen it go off like this, which is a bit spooky. Anyways, it says looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgic, make new memories. They are making like currently they are making new memories. I'm also getting that like they're trying to make new memories to forget you, but they're not succeeding. They are throwing themselves into work. They are throwing themselves into they're throwing themselves into situations where they do not have to think about you. I'm seeing like forcing themselves to meet a friend. They're trying to deepen their friendships at this time as well. Seeing like begging something for an elderly lady that they know. They're trying to befriend everyone at this point because it makes them like forget you for a while or not think about you actively. And also also saying like passionately, they're not trying to think about you because it's like they're trying to detox you out of their system, but they're like failing constantly. It's making me laugh because they're trying hard. I'm also getting that like they're trying hard, they're trying to work out like a maniac, they're trying to lift heavy weights, they're trying to run, they're trying to play squash, they're trying to play basketball, they're doing all sorts of sports. They're meeting their buddies, they're going out for dinners with their friends, with people they work with. They're doing all sorts of things. They're going hiking, they're going swimming at like public swimming pools. They're doing so many things, but it's like that they cannot get you out of their mind. They just cannot. It's like not possible. Nope. And because you're just there, even though they have compartmentalized you in their head, but it's like you are just there. They're trying to break up with you, but it's not possible for them. That's what I'm seeing. Also, my ear started to hurt, feeling some sort of pressure. So it might be that they are thinking of communicating with you, but it's like they're not listening to themselves as well. That's what I'm getting. Like they're not listening to themselves. This is a very emotionally charged situation. I barely shuffled my deck and three cards fell. Okay, there are four cards actually. I lost myself for a little while. The timing wasn't right for us. I wonder if you are happy without me. Yeah, they are okay. There are actually five cards. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I wish things could be different. There must be something about five as well, the number five. And also, I also saw, now that I'm thinking about it, I saw five, three times at random times of the day. So maybe 555, you can look up 555. Maybe the angel number has some sort of significance for you. Also, like 1111, and also like 11111, like one five times and one four times. I also saw that. It's interesting. The energy in this reading is interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know what else to say. And literally I said, this is the vibe. I hide behind material things. They are trying to like whip up scenarios to keep you away from themselves. It's like they're trying to build up massive scenarios where they don't have to think, but you're there. Like they cannot detox you. And obviously they wanted things to be different. They still wonder if you're happy without them. So like I said, for some of you guys who are in no separation, or sorry, no contact, they are wondering if you're happy without them. And also for people who are, like I said, in no separation, I'm getting that they are wondering if like there are other things that make you happy, or other people. I wanted to say that, like, other people, I was like, when, let's put it nicely, but let's be blunt, they think about if there are other people, like third parties, where which they don't know about. It's like they wonder if you talk to other people. um, and that thought, maybe it's not very legitimate, maybe it's not grounded in reality, but it is a thought in their heads. They are like, okay, who are they talking with behind my back, sort of situation. And for people who are in no contact, they just wish that things could be different. They wonder if they could have done things differently. But yeah, also the timing just wasn't right for us. For some of the people who are, non-committal, in a weird sort of situationship. And I'm also getting it for people who are in a relationship as well. I feel like they feel like this is not the right time to, you know get into this relationship, or they are afraid of intimacy and commitment. They are wondering if you are the right person for them. Also, yeah, I'm getting that for some people. It's like, is that the right person for me? Is that really the right person for me? Is this the end goal? Is this where my life story ends? Like, is this the person I led in to be with completely 100%? Should I do that? Like, they're thinking about it. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Yeah, and I'm getting this for everyone in the collective. They're like, they think about you at night. They are thinking about the things that are happening between you. For some of them, I'm getting anxiety. Now I'm feeling this weird sensation in the pit of my stomach. So I know it's their feelings. It's like anxiety. It's like, is this going the way? Is this going the right way? Am I on the right path? For some of them, I'm also seeing like some sort of an existential crisis where they're looking for purpose in their lives, or they might be using this relationship as a crutch to find the purpose, or they're trying to make the relationship as their whole life's purpose, and they might be struggling with it because they've put so much on one pillar of their life. Because love relationships are just like one pillars of your life. But if you put like your whole focus on it, or if you make it your life purpose, you're going to have a very hard time. So that's why this person is having a hard time, and they might be taking it out on you too, like in a way, like they might be putting more pressure on this relationship than it's needed, or they might be requiring more of your time. They might be a bit more clingy than usual. Like, that's what I'm getting. I lost myself for a little while, and because of all this overthinking, it's making them act weird with you. It's making them do things that you wouldn't usually do. Why did I say that? I was trying to say that it would make them do things that they wouldn't usually do. But I think why I said that, I feel like they are also doing things that is triggering you to do things that you wouldn't also normally do. So this is like action reaction going back and forth. Like, they're doing something, it triggers you, you do something, then they do something in response to that, and then you have to do something because they have done something to you. So it's like a cycle. At this point, uh I'm going to use my Lenormand deck for some clarity on the situation. Let's see if this stage is going to, what's coming next. Cross Lily, Sun. Okay, my question was if this, if this current stage in the relationship will stabilize. And the first card I saw was Cross. Even though Lily fell out first, I saw Cross, Lily, Sun. And even if it's Lily, Cross, Sun, it still means that you and it Lily is is symbolic of someone, a mature person who is like a mentor figure, who's like, it's a very motherly, maternal energy, and someone who loves, protects, but who's also like very mature and very much in control of their emotions. And I'm getting this, like, this is specifically for you. And I feel like this situation, this relationship has become like a cross. Like it's become a bit karmic at this point as well. Like this is something that you need to bear to get to the end goal, to the end point. And the end point is the sun, which is also like super positive. It's like sunny, it's like the engagement or family, like the bear card that came out in the reading earlier, but it was their energy. This is your energy. This is what I'm getting. So I feel like whatever standard that you're going to set in this relationship, that will make the relationship move in the way that you would want. Like if you would decide that this is my standard and you need to match this with your, specific person or desired person, um, they will have to match it. And I feel like the outcome is going to be very sunny. Also, this is like a very positive card. This is like the very sun energy. It will be very nostalgic when you guys are together. Maybe that's why I saw the attic and all the, things that people keep uh, as they're growing up, to look back or reminisce. So yeah, I'm getting that energy. Like it will make them feel at home in a way. It would make them feel like they have been here before. Or maybe I'm also getting like a very different message as well. I'm getting that you also might be connected to them in some form or another while you both were growing up. Maybe you were both in the same town or lived in the same town before you met each other. I'm getting that, like, someone who's walking by the same bookstore but they don't see each other, or they are like moving through it for 5 minutes before or 10 minutes later, like things like that. It seems very faded. That's why maybe the twin flames came out earlier as well. Like it's screaming fate to me. It's like that reminiscing energy. It's like, nostalgia, but also coming back home to something that feels like lived through. Like I've lived through this. Like feels like home, but something, it feels like, you have known this before. That's the energy I'm getting. But it will work only if you keep your standards high. That's the answer. I asked, like, will this stabilize and how will it stabilize? That's the answer. Like this is how it's going to stabilize. And the outcome is perfect. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's wide, balanced. It's a happy life. It's the white picket fence thing that I told you about. And it only happens if you're in control of your emotion. Control, if you're in control of your emotions, if you're not giving in easily, if you're, keeping your boundaries upright, and you're not doing anything that will come in the way of that, anything that doesn't like contradicts itself. Like you are not flip-flopping. If you made a decision and if you put that forth as a boundary, so you need to respect that so other people can also respect it. That's what I'm getting. I don't know, I'm also being called to look for some last messages, so I'm going to, shuffle this deck and let's see if there's any final messages for you guys. Okay. Okay. I got 4 cards. It says, I want you. I feel you even though we are apart. They feel you even though you guys are apart. This is very self-explanatory. They want you. You are the best thing in their life. They this is why a lot of the reminiscing nostalgia is happening, because you were the best thing in their life. That's why they're keeping you and your memories as a keepsake in their mental attic. I couldn't let you get close to me, and this is how they feel right now. It feels like, yeah, because of the potential that you held, or I was going to say hold, because of the potential that you also currently hold. It's like, now or never. It's like it feels very high stakes to this person. It's like, if I really invest in this, and if this doesn't work out, I won't probably survive this kind of energy. Like, they know that you're hearing marriage material. You're the person who people marry. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Marriage material. You're the person that people marry, and if they don't, uh, they will regret it. And also, like, if they do, and if they intend to do, and if that's how they show up, and for some reason it doesn't work out, it will like be the end of them, or something like that. I'm getting a very sad, desperate, ugh, like something that makes them go ugh, really hurtful. Like, it's a very different kind of ache. It's not like, oh, that hurt me. It's like, it hurts so much that I need to pretend that it doesn't hurt me, sort of energy. I don't know. I hope that makes sense to you. They'll be like, ugh, when people will be like asking, like, are you over them or something. I'm also seeing that in a group setting or something, or when their friends are checking up on them, and they have to pretend because it hurts so much. They cannot cry their eyes out in front of other people. They don't feel comfortable enough to do that. I'm also getting that. They will be like, ugh, it's that sort of reaction. Also, look at what I have in my hands. I love you unconditionally. I was just shuffling it while talking to you guys, and this is the card I got. This is the ultimate mic drop, and I think I should stop here because this confirms everything that I've talked so far about so far. Like, they love you unconditionally. Like, this is without conditions. It's just that while I was also saying that, like, that sort of reaction, I also saw that two of pentacles thing. I also saw that. So it might be that they're still juggling. They are still in the process of making a decision, but when they do it, it will be very sunny, and they will want to flirt with you. And it's like, the end game energy. So when they do, it will be very beautiful. And yeah, they just need some time to get to that stage. I feel like that's what I'm getting. um should I ask for clarity? I feel like this reading is already too long. Let me see. Let me ask. Because I already saw the union, so I know the union is happening. But let's see. Let's get a timeline on this. Let's see. I'm being called, so I'm going to ask. Can you give us some sort of timeline? This is the timeline. This is the timeline. Okay, got one card. Soulmate. I didn't get any timeline cards, but I got the soulmates card, which I feel is very balanced. It is the card of partnership, agreement, soul contract. So yeah, you guys are going to end up together. That confirms it. It also talks about agreement, partnership, but agreement, I see that as legal agreement, probably marriage. So let me see. Let me ask my Lenormand that could probably be able to give me better answers. What's the timeline of them coming back? What's the timeline? Okay. Okay. Getting Lily. Ring. Okay. Yeah. The timeline. The timeline. Oops. House. Moon. Okay, the timeline is not supposed to be known right now. This is on the bottom of the deck. I just asked like why am I not getting any specific timeline cards, even though they exist in this deck as well and that deck as well. But I'm seeing ring, house, lily. So if you stay in your power, if you stay as the person as you are, if you hold your standards, and if you stay present, like someone who's mature but like present in the relationship, it will lead to a ring. Ring is again agreement, like this card soulmates. It's like a legal agreement, like something binding that brings people together, marriage, and then stability for your future together. House, being in your boundaries leads to a contract that leads to further complete stability. And there was the moon here, which is basically, you I'm not supposed to know the timeline, so I'm not supposed to tell you either because it is currently hidden. Your spirit guides, god, universe is trying to protect you right now. So so that's why it is supposed to be hidden. It's very interesting. When I flip the deck, there's sun. So despite of whatever process it gets both of you guys to get together, the outcome is very positive. The outcome is very sunny and long term. This is not like casual uh one night stand or someone you talk with and then you block. This is not that kind of energy. This is something stable, future, long term. You taking them to meet your families, um something that ends in a marriage sort of situation energy. So yeah, I'm going to end the reading now. I'm being called to do that. So thank you for coming in and listening to me. I hope this reading is helpful to you. I like to bring further readings to you, so please subscribe, leave a comment, like the video so it can find other people who need this message. You liking and subscribing and commenting on my videos supports me and this channel to reach more people who need clarity in their life and in their situation. Again, thank you for being here and listening to me. It was nice having you here. See you in the next one. Bye.